Hello and welcome back to Paper Mario. This is the official first episode. So we got this little kid over here, their mom, the little sister that found me in the woods originally, and this angry looking dad. Let's talk to him. Howdy Mario, feeling better? Feel free to rest in our house. You what? You have to leave right now? Oh, Shooting Star Summit. Something important, no doubt. Well, I believe this summit is near Toad Town. You have to wait a bit. I have to fix this cape before you can head out to the east. So even though it's a Mario game and Mario can jump that high, yeah, this can't happen. So whatever. It's not a huge deal. And then there's this really ugly looking Grandma Goomba, who I always thought was a guy. But out on the veranda, we got Goomba! I think. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Either way, this is the grandfather Goomba. And he recognizes me. He knows my name's Mario, just like everyone else in this town. I'm pretty famous, you know, around the world. So, yeah, okay, this is Goomba. I'm the Goomba grandfather, so I'm Goomba. I'm sorry, but would you mind giving me the deets later? I said deets instead of details. Nope, I don't even... No. Disgusted with myself. I should just jump off the veranda. Spoiler alert. So, Goombario tells me to go talk to his father, who I talked to before, but now, after talking to a grandpa for like a couple seconds, this gate is fixed. And then I'm just gonna go over to Toad Town, hit up Shooting Star Summit, and an evil laugh comes with a flying Kammy Koopa. By flying, I mean, I guess, well, her broomstick is flying, she's not. And her instincts were apparently correct. It's very, very cool, Kammy. Thanks for telling us. And if I hold B, they talk really fast. Isn't that cool? I love that feature of this game. I thought that was cool because you could skip all the dialogue if you wanted to really fast. So, very little of the dialogue really matters. Some of it's funny, but a lot of the humor doesn't really come until the next game. I love Thousand Year Door's sense of humor. Although this line right here, nobody say gate to me, and just his face. And the way that only his mouth moves. I don't know. I like his character. He has such a small part, but I thoroughly enjoy the Goom Dad, because I don't know his real name. And now we have to go find the big hammer that apparently Goomba owns. So I mentioned earlier I was a little angry at myself for saying the word deets, and this is what I deserve. Yeah. But unfortunately, I am out of paper, so I pretty much just get carried nice and softly down by the wind. Kind of disappointing for the fact that I kind of deserved the pain of falling 20-something, maybe more than that feet. Jeez, that veranda's broken. But Goompa's surprisingly okay. So you can jump on a Goomba and they just get squished and die, but if they fall and you get hit by, you know, veranda shrapnel at the age of like 160, they're perfectly fine. Logic. So, this block that we have right here can only be destroyed with a hammer. We don't have one yet. This block can only be broken by ground pounding on top of it or using a hammer. Also, don't have it yet. And the only way to get out of town would be by using a hammer. That looks just like that. Hi. How are you? Okay. Okay, sorry, minor interruption. So we have to go look for the hammer in the bushes, and we press A to activate a bush like this. So let's just go over here. Get some bushes. You found the hammer. Mario can now do the hammer attack. Yeah, it's the hammer. Okay, good, shut up! Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There's this, boom. You can break these. Boom, boom. I missed this one. And you should, if you're playing this, you should make sure to hit this tree. You get a dolly. And apparently it looks exactly like Princess Peach, and it is Goombaria! I was saying Goombella. I'm an idiot. I deserve to die in Paper Mario Purgatory. Okay, so this will introduce not the first, but the second star piece to us, which is the alternate form of currency next to normal coins. But before we can do any of that, we get insulted by a Koopa in an egg. Junior Troopa. Master Junior Troopa. My bad, buddy. And I'm sad right now because I'm not allowed to listen to the music because it's a little off sync if I allow the preview. So, first real balanced fight, still pretty much rigged. You can do nothing and lose eventually, I think, but there's really no point in it. So there's hammer attack. 1 damage, pretty standard. Oh, excellent. Good move. Go on. And then he returns 1 damage. Not a huge deal. I can also use my jump attack. So you can see it's turn-based, similar to, you know, a game like Pokemon or whatever. It's not real-time. Where the third Paper Mario game, Super Paper Mario for the Wii, is real-time. It's like a normal Mario platforming kind of game. This fight is, yeah, it's just as rigged as the Bowser fight. Unless you're really stupid, you can't lose. And he goes full power mode, deals a 2 instead of a 1. We're in danger, and he's dead. How many star pieces? Like 26? Just 20. Lame. Although, when I fight the Goomba King, I should have 83 under my belt, so... Just thought I should point that out. Also, I need to keep some form of water, vitamin water in this case, next to me. Just to keep my throat from not dying after all the stupid impersonations I had to do with Toast Waffle in our Super Mario Galaxy thing. And so he's explaining star points. You see them right there. I got 20. You need 100 to level up. You will always need 100 to level. The maximum level in this game is 27. I believe if you go to 28, it will glitch out, and you won't be able to continue from that point. I think that's the numbers on that. I could be wrong. And so, Junior Trooper threatens that he will be back. And now you have your first rival. Goody. But with the hammer, we can grab a coin and break out of this place. Now you'll see this block here. You hit it, and you get fully healed. It heals your flower power and your hearts. I do not believe that it heals your star power, which is something that will not be introduced for a couple of episodes at the very least. This here I cannot break. I need an upgraded hammer. You will see, no matter where I hit it, I just kind of shake afterwards. I don't know what sound that makes, so I'm not even going to try to impersonate it. But off this spring, and I needed that coin desperately, we get a fire flower. Fire flower, I might not use it for a while. I'm trying to think of the best situation to use it. I think I'll use it in the first boss battle that isn't Bowser Jr. Troopa. So, the next one. It's a mini-boss. Heads up, Mario. I see bad Goombas ahead. They're loyal to Bowser, so... Of course, this guy right here is a nice Goomba. But any Goomba that doesn't have some sort of clothing accessory is a bad Goomba. And... maybe if I had a little more energy or a higher sugar rush, I would say something stupid about every naked Goomba being illegal in some way, and then try to keep that as a recurring joke. But I lack that kind of enthusiasm. And Spike Goomba, things with a spike on their head, or really spikes anywhere that isn't Bowser's shell. If you jump on it, you'll get hurt, you'll lose a heart, and it'll make a high-pitched, not too high-pitched, not like headache-causing noise, but it will cause a moderately annoying noise. Killing them yields 1 extra star point over normal Goombas. This is a Paragoomba. You cannot hit it with a hammer while it's flying in battle, but out of battle you can hit it with a hammer, no problem. I mean, if you're good at timing. So he explains, yeah, to hit airborne enemies you need to use jump. If they're attached to the ceiling and you can't get an angle over them, you have to throw a hammer at them or have a partner hit them first. Partners will be introduced very shortly. Now for this fight, if I had attacked the other Goomba instead of this one, I would have taken 2 points of damage this turn, 1 after that, and then the fight would be over. And in this case, I only have to take 2 points of damage, so mathematically it works out. Luckily with this game, and the fact that it's all simple arithmetic, if you know the stats on these people, it's not too tough to calculate how the battles will turn in your favor and whatnot. And pretty much any single Goomba that we fight early on where it doesn't have any others with it, we won't take any damage unless we're dumb and get hurt. And we don't get the first strike, which is very possible. I'm not perfect at this game, I just really enjoy playing it, and I feel like I know it pretty well. So right here we have our star piece. I was explaining this very briefly earlier. It's a glowing star piece. Wait and see what this is for. Well, you know, I will tell you what it's for. It is, as I mentioned earlier, an alternate form of currency. Right here, this is the pause menu. I press stats. I'm level 1. This is my HP, my flower power, my badge points. Those will be explained later. Here I have star pieces. I have 1 star piece. I will have another in a minute. These are my coins. Star points, that's how you level. And playtime. Cool. Adventure in the Mushroom World. It's not even the Mushroom Kingdom, it's the Mushroom World. So star energy, I have none of that yet. We will get more later. Or we will get some later. There's a set amount that you can get. Now with the star pieces, you can buy certain items from a star piece shop with them. You get them through many tasks involving just finding them randomly, ground pounding the ground in certain areas, getting questions right in certain quizzes, which are the Chuck Quizmo tests or quizzes, and then also by delivering mail. There's, I think, a couple other methods, but, oh, well, for instance, another method would be what's about to happen, and I will show you in a sec. And wow, so these guys go to the veranda and they don't fall down, but Mario, who's supposed to be like some ingenious savior of Mushroom Kingdom, opens the door to the veranda and just falls like an idiot. So, we hinted toward badges earlier with the BP badge points. I'll show that off right after I show this method of getting a star point. Star piece, my bad. So they mentioned the dolly I got earlier. The one that I hit the tree with the hammer. Boom, dropped a doll. Looked exactly like Princess Peach. You give her the doll. She cries a little bit. And... come on. Come on. Present. Yeah! Star piece number 2. And she gives you a little kiss. And then you do the little shaking thing that you do when you hit metal blocks with the wooden hammer. You always seem to beat up your enemies. Do you work out? I just can't see Mario working out. I don't know. He looks like a fatty. Not really a bodybuilder. I study self-defense by reading books by the masters and listening to Dad and Goomba. And this is just a Goomba. I mean, Goombas pretty much are the worst things. You can't get much weaker than a Goomba in this game. And I also exercise every day, so I can be strong like you. It's starting to show, too. I'm getting big muscles. Where? Oh, right. Goombario's head is hard as a rock now. When he does his head bonk move, it really, really hurts. Oh, be quiet, Goombario. You're embarrassing me. Of course it is true. So, his head does about as much damage as when I do a jump. That's pretty much its equivalent. We both do the same thing. I just also have a hammer. He has a different ability, Tattle, which I will not be doing any special things with, but I will be using on occasion. And we're just rapping with Mario. Rapping, eh? Sorry, I said that a little earlier. Oh, rapping, huh? Sorry, I wanted to give this to Mario. So with this badge, we're almost at the conclusion of the first official episode of this. We get the badge. He says, would you like me to explain how to use it? And I'm going to say no. And then you say no again. Blah, blah, blah. Badges. Depending on what the badge is, it will tell you in its description what it does. It consumes badge power to equip, and it usually uses flower power to use its special ability in the match. I will definitely be demonstrating what this badge does in a couple of fights next episode. So while these stupid Goombas talk B, I'm holding B, blah blah blah, Goombario is like, oh, I need to join Mario, and boom. Goombario. So that's a cute little portrait of me and Goombario together. And now he is our companion, he's our partner, he's the first one. I'm not going to focus on him too much. Basically, every partner has a special ability that you press the down C button to activate. Yeah, blah blah blah, I don't really care. How's my HP doing? How do I activate that? Up. Yeah, okay, it is a little low. I will heal up between episodes. So right here, I'll end this off. The only thing I have to show is when I press this, he explains where we are. He also sometimes gives hints like this. Drops a Goom Nut. Restores 3 flower power. So I'm going to save this up. I'm going to go heal. And then next episode, we're going to get out of this stupid town and try to move over to Toad Town.